mine. What do you feel beside?
Hello, amazing and beautiful souls. I'm so glad and excited to address you today, to grace your screens. It's such a privilege to talk, to interact, to share ideas, to hear from you, and to get your attention. It's such a priceless gift that I'm grateful to God for. And I'm grateful to you people, for my amazing subscribers, for always making this your home, for liking my videos, for commenting, for sharing. And for those who have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please grab a chair in my channel and make it your home. Let's win together. I'm here committed as a nutritionist to walk the journey with you. I'm here committed to write your diet plans depending on your health issues, be it obesity, be it overweight, be it that you want to gain weight, be it that you are diabetic or you have a family member who is having diabetes, cancer, arthritis, ulcers, name it all, name them all. I'm here to advise, I'm here to counsel and to walk the journey with you and to tell you which foods you should drop, which foods you should restrict, and which ones you need to add to your menu and to your diet to just help you live a healthy, productive life. And I find fulfillment in seeing that people are healthy. I find fulfillment in hearing that people have been cured. People have been cured of certain diseases. And that is my happiness and my joy. Let's interact. Let's be careful so that we can help raise an enlightened generation. Let's create awareness, because health is the greatest wealth you could ever have. Health cannot be bought by money. You cannot bribe someone to give you good health. It's your mandate. It's your responsibility to make sure you are healthy, and nobody is going to do this for you. So let's go to today's topic: hypertension, which is also high blood pressure. And so, what is high blood pressure? High blood pressure is having pressure that is high than the normal. Your blood pressure changes during the day. During various activities, as the day progresses, your blood pressure varies and changes. But having measures of blood pressure that is high above normal consistently, for instance, today you've tested your blood pressure and it's higher than normal, tomorrow it's the same way, higher than normal, the other day it's also the same way, it can lead to diagnosis of hypertension. So how is blood pressure measured? How is blood pressure measured? We have machines that monitor. They are called blood pressure monitors, and I have varieties. By the way, I do sell them. Contact me. They're different, but contact me if you need one. I have several pieces of them at just 2,500 to 3,000. We will talk. It varies with the machine. So we are going to talk about how to measure your blood pressure and to conclude that you have hypertension or you have high blood pressure. And we are going to use this machine over here. So this is the manual. And you have to measure your blood pressure and to monitor it. Visit a dispensary near you or buy a monitor and check it at home, because normally high blood pressure doesn't have symptoms. Normally it doesn't have symptoms. So it's your responsibility as a person who loves their lives, who loves themselves, to get your blood pressure checked regularly, just to be on the safer side, because mostly it doesn't come with symptoms, and when it progresses it can lead to damage of vital body organs like the brain. It can lead to heart failure, it can lead to damage to kidney damage, and it can also cause stroke. So people, it's your responsibility as a person, it's your responsibility as a parent to check the blood pressure of your children, because nobody is exempted from having their blood pressure high. And so this is the machine. I'm just trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. You have to fix this cable here. Yeah. And this is how it looks like. I've not powered it on. So we are going to use the left arm because the heart sits just down here. The left arm is recommended. Yeah, just make it tight, and this is it. Then you power it. Here. Blood pressure is usually measured in numbers, and the numbers are written as a fraction. The first one is called systolic pressure. It measures systolic pressure, and the bottom one measures diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure is the pressure on the arteries when the heart beats. The diastolic pressure is the pressure when the heart rests between beats. That is the bottom number, the diastolic pressure. So the normal blood pressure is always indicated as 120 over 80. 80 is the diastolic, and the top number 120 is systolic. So having high blood pressure means that the numbers are higher. For example, 140 instead of 120 over 100 instead of 80. That is consistently measured when you so as I said earlier, hypertension normally doesn't have symptoms. It doesn't normally have symptoms, and when it has the symptoms are, for example, lightheadedness, like headaches in the morning. Leave alone the headaches you feel when pregnant. You just feel headaches which cannot be relieved by normal painkillers, and then you just feel nauseatic, or you feel like you want to vomit, dizziness, you feel buzzing in the ear. Those are the some of the symptoms that indicate you have high blood pressure. But the best way to know is to just monitor your blood pressure. It's normally it's there is always an assumption that when you feel good, when you're just feeling okay, you are not sick. And this is not the same as blood pressure, because you could be having high blood pressure which is damaging your organs, and you're just feeling good. So if you don't check, you will have it damage your most important organs in the body. So please, my good people, go get checked or buy a blood pressure monitor, which I'm also a seller and distributor, and I'll give you at a very good price. Buy for your mommy, buy for your daddy, buy for yourself. The causes of high blood pressure. Sometimes the cause is unknown according to research, but most causes are unhealthy diets. Unhealthy diet, lack of regular exercising, and a diet high in sodium. These are the main causes. There's also smoking and alcohol consumption. Being overweight and obesity, actually, they come as a result of poor diet without exercising. So these are the major causes of hypertension or high blood pressure. So, how does obesity and overweight cause blood pressure? Because actually, obesity causes high blood pressure, which is a cause for death or disability. And so, how does obesity cause high blood pressure? So, The fat tissue releases a hormone called leptin, and leptin is released into the bloodstream. And upon this, it sends a signal to a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. So when fat stores increase, fat stores are as a result of overeating and maybe just remaining inactive. So the food that you eat cannot be burned. The fat cannot be burned. And so when your fat stores increases, it sends a signal so that there's a corresponding release of leptin hormone. And this increase in leptin release triggers the growth of blood vessels in the hypothalamus, which in turn causes hypertension. So that's a way in which being obese can cause high blood pressure. Smoking is also one of the ways that causes hypertension. And nicotine, which is the main ingredient in cigarette smoke, stimulates two hormones that lead to high blood pressure. And the hormones are epinephrine and norepinephrine. These hormones cause blood pressure to rise. So, a diet high in salt or high salt intake also causes high blood pressure. And it's because increased salt intake, which is also sodium, provokes fluid retention and therefore leading to high flow in arterial vessels. If we want to deal with hypertension or if we want to be safe from high blood pressure, we have to reduce salt intake. So let's look at the various ways in which we are going to prevent high blood pressure or to manage high blood pressure if it already exists. So if you're already having high blood pressure, there is no need to worry because we are going to look at ways which are well researched, well analyzed to help you manage the condition so that it will not cause danger in the main organs, which are the heart, the brain, kidneys, and many others. So number one way in which you're going to manage hypertension is by losing those extra pounds. Shed off that extra weight. The research has it that just losing a small amount of weight, by losing a kilogram of weight, your blood pressure goes down by 1 millimeter of mercury. So men are at a higher risk of having hypertension if their waist measurement is higher than 40 inches. And women are at a higher risk if their waist measurement is higher than 25 inches. So even at home, get your waist checked. Get your waist measurements to see if you are at risk. And if you are at risk of high blood pressure, kindly, you have to apply measures that are going to bring it back to normal as soon as possible, just to make sure your heart is healthy and your heart is going to coordinate its functions normally to avoid many diseases, to avoid many complications, and even to avoid early death. So in order to lose these extra pounds within your waist area or your just the extra pounds which are making you overweight and obese, you're going to incorporate physical exercises and the diet. And that is going to help you in that you're going to abandon a lot of fats, go for low fat, then incorporate plenty of vegetables and fruits because they have high fiber, and this fiber is going to help you be full, and therefore you're not going to eat a lot. And also you make sure you avoid processed sugars, processed foods. Go for whole grains instead of processed and refined sugars, because these are going to help you. Because whole grains have fiber intact, and this fiber, as I said, is going to make you full because it's bulky, and this is going to help you eat less. And when you eat less, you're going to lose weight. Also, exercise. Have regular exercises. Incorporate it as just part of you, because it's going to be healthy for your heart, and it's also going to help you shed the extra pounds. You can just have 30 minutes of moderate exercises every day. Put it in your schedule. E.g., cycling, walking, walk in the morning, then walk in the evening. This is going to help you a lot. And apart from that, just have a schedule for exercises. Just put some time for exercising. Do some jogging, do some swimming, do some cycling. And this is going to help you a lot. Also, train at the gym or lift the weights so that you can be fit and your heart can work properly. This way, it's going to prevent you from having your blood pressure high. You can also dance, dancing vigorously, dance, and this is going to help your heart health in a very big way. So, how are we going to deal with sodium as a leading cause of hypertension? Because sodium is not necessarily found in a table salt, but even it also occurs naturally in foods. So, because food already has sodium, there is no need for you to add table salt. Or if you're going to use table salt, please use it. If the food you are eating already has sodium, just add very little table salt to avoid high sodium intake. And there are fruits and vegetables which contain sodium. So in case you're not eating the table salt, you can just eat these fruits and vegetables which are healthy at the same time, supplying your body with very essential minerals, very essential vitamins, and they're also going to supply you with this sodium. And these fruits are like the watermelon, pineapple also has a good amount of sodium. We also have mangoes and bananas, which are a natural source of sodium. So, reduction in sodium intake will cause production of two specific metabolites, which are going to cause your blood pressure to go down if it's high. Specific metabolites are beta hydroxy isolarylate and methionine sulfone, and these are going to cause your blood pressure to go down. So that's why reduction in sodium intake is going to help a lot in controlling high blood pressure. So make sure you are reading food labels just to make sure they're not high in sodium. These are where you are going to modify and make sure we are restricting sodium in the diet. Kindly avoid foods which have sodium added, and these are mostly processed foods because they always add sodium as a preservative. So avoid canned foods because they mostly use sodium to preserve them. Avoid processed foods, the cured meats like sausages and smokies. They already have sodium in them. So go for natural food which have natural sodium, and that is enough for you. Kindly, if you are trying to control high blood pressure, you have to quit. You just have to control your alcohol intake because alcohol intake is going to interfere with your blood pressure medications. And the only fruit which should be put to consideration is grapefruit, because grapefruit interferes with some blood pressure medications. But you first have to consult with your doctor if it's okay for you to take grapefruit and grape juices. Recent research has shown that garlic is very good at helping in lowering blood pressure compared to blood pressure lowering medication, because it has less side effects and it's so effective in lowering blood pressure. So leave alone being used as a spice. Garlic contains a compound known as allicin, and this allicin helps to prevent production of angiotensin 2 hormone. This angiotensin 2 hormone is the one which is responsible for causing blood pressure to go high. And when angiotensin 2 hormone is inhibited, this will cause blood to move more freely in the blood vessels. Therefore, it's going to help you control high blood pressure. Beetroot is also another important food which you shouldn't miss, because these beetroot is very rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxides. This compound, which is nitric oxide, helps in relaxing and widening your blood vessels, which in turn lowers blood pressure. So another important vegetable that you shouldn't forget is carrot, because carrots, they contain phenolic substances. For example, the chlorogenic compound, which is very essential for lowering your blood pressure. So consider eating carrots, especially raw, to help lower your blood pressure. Spinach, broccoli, chia seeds, and even berries. So another cause of blood pressure, high blood pressure, is stress. So we have to manage stress by, for example, just do what you can do. Whatever you cannot do, let it go. When you wake up in the day, you have many goals, you want to achieve a lot. But remember that you cannot achieve a lot in a day. Rome was not built in a day. So kindly do whatever you can do and avoid stress. Also stick to a sleep pattern. Kindly have around 8 or 6 hours of sleep, and this is really going to help you a lot. You can also avoid things that cause you stress. For example, avoid people who make you stress. Avoid things that make you stress. If there is traffic, kindly take public transport. If using your car is going to make you stick to traffic jam, that is going to cause you stress, avoid anything that will cause you stress. And please try to solve the problems. Try to solve problems that you can, to avoid them from repeating themselves, if this is what is causing you to be stressed. Make sure you plan. Kindly plan things before you do, because this is going to help you prevent a lot of stress. And up to this point, I'm sure I've captured the most important aspects, which are causes of pressure. I've taught you how to measure pressure. I've taught you how to cope with high blood pressure, to manage it with diet, to manage it with exercising, and to ways to avoid stress. Until next time, people, God bless you, God keep you. Remember to share, like the video, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.